Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League's Chaos Cup. This is not the Chaos Cup. This is the Spike Magazine Trophy. Let's try that again. I would love Nuffalitos. Those sound absolutely delicious. Thank you, Clivius, for the sub. Very much appreciated. Very kind of you. And welcome to the Spike Magazine Trophy here in the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League. This is the second competition of the season. We finished up the Chaos Cup. We're moving on to the Spike Magazine Trophy. Not so trusty patches. Oh, thank you so much for the sub, Not So Trusty Patches. I appreciate it. You guys are very kind. Thank you very much. And tonight, we've got a double header tonight. We're getting started with the Spike Magazine Trophy in week one. Wow! SB Beaver with the sub. Thank you very, very much. Wow. Wow. Thank you guys. You guys are very kind. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so here we are, week one in the Spike Magazine Trophy. We've got a doubleheader tonight. We got two great games, and we're going to kick off with a really good one tonight. It's going to be Nevva versus Street Fighters Turbo Max, Chime versus Ian, Orcs versus Chaos Renegades. Nevva, of course, the runner-up in this season's Chaos Cup. Let's take a look at the standings after just one game in this competition. In Division A, that's where we're starting tonight. We've got Street Fighters Turbo Max and Nevva in this division, along with Nick Satan's Cenozoic Park, War Horsemen's Juxtaposed Juggernauts. I'm in there. Real American Heroes are in there. The Dead Poets are in there. A very bashy division, but we're going to get, and this is where we're getting started. But after this game at about 9:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, we've got Division B, and we've got some action. Two fairly new coaches. One was new in the Chaos Cup, and one has their debut here tonight. It's going to be Alphitis Australis versus Rodentia, and that's going to be a really fun matchup as well. Those are two mobility and edge teams going at it here in week number one. I'm excited for that one as well. But first, we've got Orcs versus Chaos Renegades. And first up, the home team, Nevva Chimes, opening week here in this new competition. Already advancing to the Blood Bowl in the lower bracket. He's looking to increase that here in the Spike Magazine Trophy and bump himself up into the upper bracket. Coming in at a TV of 1,365,000 gold. Has a full roster of 11 players. He's got the 4 blockers, as you do on an Orc team. He has the big guy, Rick Rolla Astley the second, the troll. 4 blitzers, 2 orc linemen. Oh, he's got an extra player. I apologize. 12 players on this roster. He does have the goblin as well. 3 dedicated fans, 1 assistant coach, 1 cheerleader, 1 oppo, 3 rerolls. So he's got some staff here, and he's going to be up against Street Fighters Turbo Max, coached by Ian. Ian, no stranger to Blood Bowl, no stranger to the league, a very good coach, coming in a TV of 1,080,000 gold, has a roster of 11 players, but unfortunately Ryu will not be participating tonight. Out this week with a broken arm, no more fireballs for Ryu, but at this TV of 1,080,000, he's going to pick up, I don't remember, but I think it's about 265,000 gold in petty cash, and that's a substantial sum of money that he'll get to spend in inducements here. He does have a bunch of human linemen. He has Mike Hagar, the human thrower, and then these positionals. This is what Chaos Renegades do. They have access to all these different races and these different pieces. He's got the Skaven player, he's got a goblin, he's got an orc, a dark elf, a big guy, and Zangief, that ogre. But other than the big guy, the big weakness here is that they all have animosity toward each other. So once they held onto the ball, they don't really like giving that ball up to anyone else on this team. 4 fans, 4 rerolls, 1 cheerleader, 1 assistant coach, 1 apothecary. Has staff on this roster as well. How are the two teams going to play? I think the Chaos Renegade team straight up is the harder team to play, and I think that means Ian has his work cut out for him tonight. If it weren't for the fact that he is a veteran Blood Bowl player, has been playing in the league for a long time, has been playing tabletop for a long time as well, and has really shown his colors playing a bunch of different races, even some of the weaker races he's coming on top with. Very good coach, and he's getting a lot of petty cash tonight. I think the key here with Chaos Renegades, the reason they're so difficult to play is that they don't really gel, right? They don't bond together into one single strategy. You just have all these disparate pieces, and you have to find a way to make that work to your advantage. The Orc is a solid piece, has the block skill. The Skaven with MA of 7 and an Edge of 3+, not a bad piece as well. He has the Dark Elf with the Edge of 2, as elves are. They all have block leveled up with the block skill. Good skill to pick up for level 2. But they're very different, right? You've got the Goblin, that's a strength of 2, and then you've got all these human linemen. He decided not to go with the 3 big guys. That's another thing you can do with Chaos Renegades. And there is a Chaos Renegade team in the Spike Magazine trophy that went 3 big guys. He just went with the one, Zangief, the ogre. I was about to call it a rat ogre. Mighty Blow on the big guy as well. The Goblin. I was gonna say the Goblin can level up, but probably not. Dan, the lineman, has 2 heads and shadowing. That's a pretty good pickup on that human lineman, I think. And then of course Mike Hagar, the thrower, has a safe pair of hands and has passing. I don't know how I feel about this, and I say that picking up a human team. So I picked up a human team for the Spike Magazine trophy. The passing game is so much worse in Blood Bowl 3 that you really have to be considered with your passes now. If you're going to pass, it's probably not long bombs that you're going for now, especially as elf teams with this new passing stat and the new rules. There's an extra die to roll when you're passing. You really want to make that a considered pass, a quick pass or short pass. I don't know. I don't know how you do this here, right? Because the thrower has animosity as well. That means whoever picks this ball up, I imagine will be the thrower, really wants to hold on to this ball. It's you don't want to hold on to this ball, fail that animosity roll, and you can't hand off the ball, you can't pass the ball to someone that you really need to pass it to before the ball gets exposed. On the opposite end of the spectrum here is this Orc team, a solid bashy team. Great roster here. Look at all that block on that roster. 9 players with the block skill, 2 with guard, 2 with mighty blow. He's got tackle on hurt ya. Very solid roster. He has the untrained troll to pick up that extra point of strength to go toe-to-toe with the big guy on the opposing team. Just a really, really, really good roster that Ian's going to have a real tough time trying to crack this nut. It's real hard to deal with all those skills when you don't have the skills on your own team. He's going to have to rely on his inducements. He's going to have to rely on the unique abilities of some of his pieces, the speed that he has in that Skaven player. If he can break away with the Skaven player, that'll be a big boon to him, but he's going to have to set that up, and setting that up is going to be very, very difficult when you have orcs breathing down your neck turn after turn. 250-ish gold in petty cash he'll get to spend in the inducement phase. I don't know what star players are available to Chaos Renegades. I know Acorn isn't. So we'll see what he picks up here. It looks like he picked up an extra reroll. Gonna set up on defense here. Extra reroll, is that it? What on earth am I missing? Where did all that money go? Where did all the money go? Here he is, star player and Hackflem's Scuttle Spike. Picked up an M8. Oh, get out of town. A 2-headed gun. Oh, I feel sick. I feel sick. Hackflem's Scuttle Spike, a 2-headed gutter runner. 2-headed with an extra arms. Okay, all right. I'm sure he'll make good use out of him. You can bet that that Chime's going to be looking to target that player if at all possible with that AV of 8+. It's very easy to remove him from the pitch. Does have that extra point of strength, that strength of 3 rather than a strength of 2. Pretty solid pickup. I don't know how much he costs, so maybe he's not a solid pickup, but stats-wise, that's pretty great. On offense now for Nevva Gunner, they're setting up with an offense 5-man offensive line against his 3-man defensive line. Wow, look at this safety. That is a super safety in Balthasar. He's just like, you know what? I'll hang out down here. You guys play down there. I'm good. Just Dredge says, do those extra arms actually have an in-game bonus to ball? And it is an actual skill, and I will read it to you word for. Actually, SB Beaver, if you could skill, yeah, it is Hack Phlegm. I just skipped the kickoff, but it's going to be a blitz. Got a 1 on the D3 to get move 4 players on this blitz. SB Beaver, if you could use MAML to do the skill, yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah, that's what extra arms do. Yeah, I know. I accidentally. I was scrolling and I was trying to click on people and I skipped the animation. So in this version of the rules, you get 3 players to move on a blitz instead of every open player plus a D3 in players. So you got a D3 plus 3. Roll to 1. That's 4 players. Get some moves. Starts off with a both down result. Well, both standing result here on the blitz, and that's going to be it. He's just going to move that extra player up to the line. S'mores Dragon, thank you so very much for the sub. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you again. And I appreciate the subs. Very kind of you. 5v5 on the line. Both lines offset here. Ball landed on the 18-yard line here for Nevva Gunner in turn 1. 2-die block on the left side of the line. This will work out. Gets a knockdown against Sagat. Breaks armor on Sagat. First offensive block of the day is going to be a removal. Well done. 1-man player advantage for Nevva Gunner. That's the wrong game, man. That's the wrong game. I don't know why sometimes it didn't save the replay. But you know what? I'll watch this. Hey! I don't know if I'm not giving it enough time to save out the file, the stream to file, or what. Blitz on the right side of the line is going to get a pal against Dan. This is Dan. Of course you're going to break his armor. Of course you're going to break his armor. Dan Hibiki? He's not staying on the pitch. 2-man player advantage now. Oh, it looks like he's considering maybe using the Apothecary here. He is going to use the Apothecary. The Apothecary saves Dan. Well done by Ian here. Got the pow on Dan, the right defensive tackle here. Actually, it was a linebacker who moved up on the blitz. Broke armor. Got the removal. The Apothecary saved him. ST now have already spent their Oppo on Dan Hibiki of all people. Took the blocks before getting protection on the ball. I think I still would have done it just out of principle here. Oh, you know what? Maybe this will help S'mores Dragon. How's that? Is that better? Get their real colors on too. Oh no, are they both? You know what? I'm gonna leave their real colors on. Unless you don't want their real colors on, I'm gonna leave their real colors on. Failed the ball pickup, won't re-roll this. And that'll be the first turn. Excellent first turn here for Chime and Nevva Gunner. Turn 1 now for ST. They're already down 2 players. 3 players. Who's the 3rd player? 2 players. Yeah, 2 players. In this version of Blood Bowl, both coaches have a bonus clock. If you run out of time, unlike Blood Bowl 2, you can dip into bonus time. Each team gets 7 minutes, 30 seconds for the duration of the game. So if you really need to think about a turn, you've got the time to do so. Blitz by Zangief. It's going to be a knockdown on Rick Astley II. BB says, Hack Flem is pretty good. Even GW now class him as a megastar, so basically banned by GW, let alone the tournaments. Yeah, I have never seen him before, and I was saying just before the game started, and I was like, oh, wow, that's really good. I said, I don't know how much he costs, but it's really good stats-wise. One die block on the left side of the line. It's going to get knocked down and tell a lie. The number 9 blitzer. Broke arm on this blitzer. My goodness gracious. Gets the KO. Third removal of the game, and we're not even out of turn 1. One-man player advantage now for Nevva. 210K, that's it? Turn 2 for Nevva. Nevva down to 10 players. They move an orc lineman. Got to make you understand against to mark this renegade ogre Zangief. I wonder why ST is leaving Balthasar all the way by the end zone. Do you think he forgot about him? Failed the really stupid roll. Yeah, the troll is really stupid. That's the negative trait on the troll. If an allied player is next to that troll, then the roll is a 2+, otherwise it's a 4+. And when it fails, it's very similar to Boneheaded. They will lose, the really stupid player will lose their action and perhaps more importantly lose their tackle zones. The troll was prone, so didn't have tackle zones to begin with. 2-die blitz on the right side of the line. Gets a POW here against Blanca. Wow! No apothecary left. It was spent on Dan Hibiki, and that's why you don't spend an oppo on Dan. It's Dan. You lose Blanca. You lose the Blanca ball. Wow, what a bashy game this has been. A murderous game. R.I.P. Blanca. All of Brazil is mourning. Failed the ball pickup again here and won't spend the reroll. B.1234 says, are you saying Dan? Yeah, Dan Hibiki. Dan Hibiki, a joke character in Street Fighter, was meant to poke fun at rival company SNK for copying, allegedly copying Street Fighter characters, which I mean, Ryo in Art of Fighting, Ryo in King of Fighters is kind of Ryu. So Capcom put Dan in there. Oh, throwing a teammate here, throwing that goblin. Needs a 6+ out. Oh boy! Oh, there we go. Here he comes. Here comes Balthazar. Threw his teammate right to the crowd. Oh, talk about animosity. Hackflem, the star player, is now going to apply some pressure on the ball, running behind the line of scrimmage. Remember, Hackflem, effectively a super gutter runner, has an MA of 9. Don't mess with Dan. Dan's terrible. Dan's absolutely terrible. He's gotten better over time, but still is very weak. Dan has a super where you can spend your super meter and he doesn't hit you. All he does is taunt you for like 5 seconds. He has a fireball that doesn't go anywhere. Takes a mark on say goodbye. I love that helmet. My man, look at that. That is so rad. Our normal gutter runner's already super. Yeah, they're pretty super. They're pretty super. Turn 3 here for Nevva. Seven players left on the pitch for ST. Nevva trying to secure this ball here in turn 3. Two-die block on Vega. This will be a both standing result. Oh, no, he's going to spend the reroll into a pal. Going after this elf. Doesn't break armor. Standard armor there with a 9+. Repositions to trap Hackflem. Two-die block back at the line of scrimmage over in the left wide zone. It's going to get a knockdown on Skullomania. Skullomania is super rad. Skullomania was in Street Fighter EX. Also in a, I mean, it's not new anymore, but also in a quote-unquote new game, Fighting EX Layer, which I only played it for like 6 months, but it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Five seconds left on the clock. Pulling players back really needs to get give you up is too far forward, I think. Got the ball pickup. Oh, decent positioning here. He was still in danger of Hackflem, but he says, you know what? Make that an extra -1 here on your dodge out my way, sir. Takes the knockdown on Balthazar way back in the backfield. And we'll mark Ken. Turn 3 now, back to ST. Two-plus dodge by Vega over in the right wide zone. Hackflem really wants to get away from say goodbye here. Say goodbye with that mighty blow puts Hackflem in a bit of danger. Zangief is going to push away Rick Astley the second. Ball sitting on Nevaga's 10-yard line. 3+ dodge to a 2+ dodge to the 1-die blitz on Hurtya. Gets a push out of this, re-rolls into a pal. It's going to get the knockdown here. We'll see where the ball will bounce. Ball bounces forward to the 6-yard line. Good blitz. Good positioning by Chime there to make that a 3+ dodge. Ian went it. Oh, man. Ian went ahead and took the dodge into the 1-die block, re-rolled the 1-die block to get the knockdown, then dodged and dodged again for the pickup, and now has recovered the ball. Wow. Wow. Yeah, you can't try that with Ken. You're feeling yourself too much. That's Ken Masters. That's not Hackflem's Scuttle Spike. Although if anyone can do it, Ken could do it. One assist on Hackflem currently. You can bet that blitz will be coming his way. Here it comes. 2-die blitz. Got the POW. We'll see if Hackflem stays alive here. AV8 Plus is a bit brittle. It's going to be stunned. Armor will break, but he'll be stunned. Ball's going to bounce to the 6-yard line. 2-die block. Over on the left side of the line. Gets knocked out. Another stun here. Well done. Failed a really stupid roll with Rick Astley once again. He'll stay put. That's a 50-50 roll. Going for the ball pickup. This is a 3+ pickup. Rolled a 2. Re-rolled it into a 2. That's going to be a turnover. Ball's going to bounce forward to the 4-yard line. Turn 4. Final turn of the first quarter. Street Fighters Turbo Max with 2 rerolls left. Already spent their Apothecary. They're down 4 players. Had the ball for a brief moment of time in the hands of Hackflem's Scuttle Spike to put Hackflem in danger. I would argue Hackflem was already in danger. So he decided, why don't I just try to go for it and see if Nevva is kind. Failed the 2 play. Okay. Run little elf. Run like the wind. 2-die block back at center pitch is a push on I Just Want to Tell Ya How I's Feeling. Number 12 lineman. Yeah, that's a good call, Clive. Yeah, that elf is actually here, where that circle is. Hopefully Chime's aware of that bug. Second quarter begins here. Ball still on the 4. Clivius with the gift sub. Thank you very, very much. Very kind. I really appreciate it. Thank you. 2-die block on that elf, on that invisible elf. There he he punched him. He punched him around Jupiter. He slungshot around, and now he's down over here. BB Nut says, is this Division A or B? This is Division A. Man, another injury here. Another removal. Well done by Nevva. Goodness gracious. I mean, to be fair, I would be badly hurt by that punch too. Three plus pickup fails here. Will he spend a reroll? He will not. Turn 5 back to ST now. The ball slowly bouncing its way forward for Nevva. It's now on Nevvagana's own 2-yard line, right in the middle of the pitch. Hackflem going to recover that ball once more, and now moves down to the 10 over into the left wide zone. I mean, you can cheer for a 0-0 draw with 22 Cas. Get some assistance on Hackflem with Vega, the Dark Elf. Two-die block back at mid-pitch would be a knockdown. Man, Hackflem is so good. My goodness! Another injury. This time on Nevvagana. Nevvagana's going to spend their Oppo. And the Oppo saves the day. Both of these doctors, licensed in the old world, they've done their job. They've earned their $4 million paycheck. Failed dodge. It's going to be a turnover. Turn 6 now. Back to Nevvagana. An eye for an eye makes for a 4v4 game. An eye for an eye means Ava goes and gets something to eat. Failed 50-50 dodge here. Went for the 50-50 dodge. Wow. Scary, scary stuff. Spent the reroll on it. No more rerolls left for Nevvagana. That blitzer is here. Or a blocker, rather, is here. That's true. That's true. It's like, come on, man. I've already seen one patient today. Two-die block on Hackflem. He doesn't have the reroll here. All he's going to get out of it is a push. He will push him sideways for sure. But we'll see if that ends up being enough. I don't think it will be. Say goodbye. Not taking any rushes. I think he really needed to prevent this score, but we'll see what happens. Does Hackflem? He's got MA9. He's got enough movement to walk to the store and come back. Turn 6 for ST now. They are in possession of the ball on the opposing 10-yard line over in the left wide zone. They're on defense. They have no rerolls, however. Oh! I spoke too soon. He had the 2+ dodge. I thought it was a sure thing. Failed the roll. Ones happen. Ian. Oh, I can feel his anger. Actually, Ian's a really cool guy. I could feel his disappointment. Thought he had the TD all but locked up there. Yeah, had a player with tackle on there, negating the dodge skill. Grabs the ball to say goodbye. I thought for sure he'd pick it up with Make You Cry, and well, I guess it doesn't matter because he has Mighty Blow, not Dirty Player. End this turn. Oh, I was gonna say end this turn with a foul. Turn 7. The only way he's gonna get a TD here is with a pass. Projectile vomits on Skullomania. But didn't break armor. Turn 7 for ST now. BB-Nut asks, where's the Red Ogre in the Minotaur? He doesn't have him. He only has the Ogre. Instant turnover there. Final turn for Nevva to try to scroll. Scroll? Try to score. It is. It is. One big guy. Desertia is going to be the only player who's going to be able to... Well, I guess Balthazar can too. It might actually be Balthazar who scores. We'll see what happens. Has to pass to score. It's going to hand off. Did not... Yeah, well, that's what we talked about in the pregame. Did not get through that animosity roll. So say goodbye. Is going to hold on to this ball. Was trying to hand off to make you cry. Didn't work out. He said, you know what? I'm better than you. I'm better than you. You're not... I'm not giving you this ball. Yeah, yeah, it's scary. Like, you're like, ah, it's a 1. What are the odds? Well, the odds are 16.7%. 1 in 6. Blitz to get the knockdown on Zangief, looking to break armor here. Doesn't do it. Yeah, we talked about how the pregame where not for the Orc team, but for the Chaos Renegade team, with all that animosity on the special positionals, he'd be wary of that here. But the Orc team has it too. These blitzers have animosity, and they think they're too cool. 3 die block gets a pal on Skullomania. Mighty Blow in play. Can't break armor. Final turn of the half coming up. Is there any way this doesn't end 0-0? I suppose there is. Yes, he stands up Hackflem, but doesn't dodge him into the end zone. So no score. It's gonna be 0-0 at the half. He's just looking for some SPP here. Maybe some removals. But gets a push. 0-0 at the end of the half. ST is going to be on offense to start the third quarter. We'll see if they get back to KOs, but they've lost a number of players due to injuries. They got back 1 KO, it looks like. 1 killed player, 2 injured players. They're going to be down. They're going to be down 3. Yeah, 3 players will be down. Nevva to set up their defense here. 3 on the line. Wow, very narrow defense. Nobody's getting through center pitch. Coming up after this game at about 9:30 Eastern Daylight Time, we're going to have another fun one coming up in the doubleheader tonight. It'll be Wood Elves versus Skaven. I'm looking forward to that game as well. 5 players on the line here for the defense. Has 2 corners and 4 linebackers, all spread wide. Now for the offense. I was a cornerback in high school. I guess I was a defensive back. Sometimes I was a safety. Three players on the line for Nevva. Here's the kick, 2 wide, 1 back to receive. Very shallow kick. Each team gets a bribe. I implore you to use them. I demand to see fouls. Ball on the 4. Turn 9 for ST. Three-man player advantage for Nevva. ST picks the ball up with Vega, the Dark Elf. MA6 with block, but remember, he has animosity towards all of his teammates. That's so funny you say that. I was originally, for one drive, I was originally, when I played varsity, a running back. I was a halfback. I had 1 carry. Other than pregame, I was a in preseason, but first real game, I had a carry. I got a face mask right to my wrist, broke a vein. I was out for the rest of the game, and I was a defensive back ever since then. Ball currently on the 12. Good 3+ dodge off the line by Mike Hagar. Yeah, it was just a giant bruise, but it was like a giant bruise that was very, very, very swollen. The doctor or medic, I don't know what they were, but the medical professional was just like, hey, you broke vein. You're out for the rest of the game. I was like, okay. It got very swollen very quickly. And then eventually became all sorts of delightful colors. Man, if that happened to me today, I would be so freaked out. I'd be like making the doctor's appointment immediately, or like just going to the hospital or whatever. But that, I just did not care. When I was in high school, I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. Turn 9 for Nevva on defense here. They weren't able to score in the first half of the game. They do have a significant player advantage. They're up by 3. They're going to try to recover this ball to win the game. Blitz by Say Goodbye. 2-die blitz gets a push on Zangief. Trying to take out that ogre. Pushes him away, back across the line of scrimmage. Oh, that's embarrassing. I was, so when I was a kid, I was also part of an Air Force JROTC program. And, long story short, so the U.S. Air Force. So the Air Force structure is divided. You have elements, and then flights, squadrons, and flight squadrons, groups, and wings. Wings are like hundreds and hundreds of people. So we had this thing, they called it drill team. It was actually like not just drill, it was drill and academics and athletics. And it was a competition they had every year. And there's a big they had like a big structure to it. So like you'd win, your squadron would win, then you'd represent your group, and then your group would win, you'd represent your wing, and then your wing would go to nationals, and the best wing would be the drill team champion. Anyway, I was part of the first drill team of my wing to make it to nationals. I'm very proud of myself. We went down to Alabama. I think it was Alabama. for nationals. And back then, I don't know if you remember these, but I wore these shorts by a brand called Umbro. And they were, I'm going to call them white shorts. So they were white. And I went swimming in the pool on base with them. And, a bunch of my wingmates got out and we were going to go get something to eat. And there were like these two really pretty girls across the pool. And I discovered that these white shorts, when they get wet, turn completely transparent. So, my wingmates leave. I'm in the pool. There's these two attractive girls across the pool. And I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna hang out in the pool for a little while, What did I just miss, by the way? What is happening? What on earth? Hackflem picking up the ball here on turn 10? Oh, Hackflem's on offense. Okay. I was like, what? I still thought it was like the first half. I was like, what's going on? It's not. Yeah, he's pulled back to his own 22-yard line. Two-die block against Dan, saved by the doctor. Gets the pal. Doesn't break armor. Failed a really stupid roll again, this time on the 2+, so that troll is going to hang out with no tackle zones on the line of scrimmage. Nevva applying pressure to ST. ST pulling back here. They're going to try to engage back here and then run past the defense. Still got a turn or two before that happens. Good stun on Mike Hagar. It's going to take him out for a turn. Tried to jump over the prone body here. All right. So a new action you get in BB 2020 is you can prone bodies no longer clog up the pitch. You can jump over them. It's a roll that you have to make. Tried to do that here. Failed the roll and got injured for his trouble. Adult hopscotch, that's right. Hackflem's going to advance all the way up to the 4-yard line over the right wide zone. Hackflem, remember, with that MA of 9, the fastest piece on the pitch tonight. Nevva down to a 2-man player advantage. That's right. You can thank both these coaches for who he played. Went for the uphill block for the surf. This is going to work out. Well done. Ian knowing the odds here. My goodness, this game. Brutal game. Injury on the uphill block for the surf. Ian knowing the odds here, he said, you know what, I just need a push. Got the push and an injury out of it. That's right. They're really working their way through 22 injuries. Yeah, it's another injured orc. One-man player advantage now for Nevva. And he lost his Mighty Blow player, so Say Goodbye is going to be out next week. Turnover on the failed dodge with Ken the Skaven. Turn 11 now, back to Nevva. A double pitch clear. I am always a fan of tabling someone. Two-die block by Zangief, against Zangief, rather. Got the POW. Needs a 10+, doesn't get it. Yeah, it's not GFI anymore. Although I say it's GFI every now and again, I correct myself. It's Rush now. I mean, I would love that. That would make my day. It would be glorious. Takes a mark on Vega here with Give Ya Up, the #2 blocker. Those big unblockers have a strength of 4. Also, Nevva, or Chime rather, has leveled them up to all have the block skill as well. So very, very powerful pieces. It's still a GFI, damn it. Turn 12 back to ST. They have the ball on their own 4-yard line over in the right wide zone. Hackflem Scuttlespike, the star player, in charge of that ball. Currently marked by Make Ya Cry, the #7 Orc Blitzer. I think naming it Rush confuses me just because I think of a rush as a running play, not like actually rushing, like physically rushing. I guess it is physically rushing, not as in like moving extra spaces or going faster or whatever. Two-die blitz after the 2+ dodge works out for a POW on Make You Cry here. I mean, it does make me think of the band, but Rush and football, or American football, makes me think of a running play. Boy, man, MA9 is so fast. Look at Hackflem go. And now, just like that, he's on the opposing 14-yard line. ST started this drive at a 3-man deficit. They're down to a 1-man deficit. They take a mark on everyone who's a threat. We'll see if they can hold out for a turn. Never gonna take marks here. We're trying to figure out how he's gonna get at this ball carrier. If he can't get it, I don't know if I was pressing the PTT button down. If he can't get it, Hackflem will score. So we'll see what he tries to do here. He has 2 rerolls left. Surprised nobody has bribed yet. They must be really, really afraid of losing a player. They do have that. They each have a bribe, thanks to the glorious Nuffle. but no fouls taken at all this game. 3+ dodge by Telalai to take a mark on Hackflem. And here comes the blitz. 2-die blitz, thanks to guard. Gets the knockdown thanks to the blitzer having tackle. Really well done here. Really well done. Good blitz. However, the ball's going to bounce into the heads of the ST journeyman Balthazar. So Street Fighter's Turbo Max is going to hang on to this ball, but perhaps not in the hands of the player he wants it to be in. KO here. Well done. Get rid of that Skaven player. Back to a 2-man player advantage, but took the 1-die block. Gets a skull. And he'll stay alive. That'll be a turnover. Fourth quarter begins. Tie ball game now. ST, it's their turn. They have the ball on the opposing 10-yard line. It's in the hands of the journeyman, Balthazar. Coming up in just about 45 minutes. It's going to be another game this evening. Oh, try. Did he re-roll that? Had to, I think. Failed the re-roll there. I think he absolutely had to. Tried to dodge, failed to dodge. Journeymen all have the loner skill, which means if you want to take a team re-roll, you have to roll a d6 first. And it's a 50-50 whether you spend the re-roll, and it's a 50-50 whether you get to use it or not. Failed to dodge. Spent the re-roll, but didn't work out. The ball now resting on the ground on Nevagana's 6-yard line in the right wide zone. Two-die block on Skullomania will be a push across the line of scrimmage. Brutal game. I don't see how it will be, but I would be tickled if the Skaven Wood Elf game turned out to be just a bloodfest too. It's knocked out on Vega with the blitz here over in the right wide zone. And now the 3+ ball pickup's going to fail. He'll spend a reroll here. And got the pickup. Well done. Hurt the blitzer in possession of the ball. Nevagana recovering the ball. They're on their own 2-yard line now. They have, after this turn, they'll have 3 turns to try to score. We'll see if they can hold on to the ball. They get a push on Zangief and push Zangief right into the ball carrier. Turn 14 for ST now. Ian being very efficient with his turns. Has only spent 23 seconds on the bonus clock. 2-die block on that ball carrier is just going to be a push, unfortunately for ST. Got that free block with the Ogre. And now the blitz. That will be the knockdown he's looking for. We'll see if the ball, I guess it can go out of bounds. It did indeed. And the ball's going to get thrown back in all the way on the other side of the pitch on Nevagana's 6-yard line, just outside the left wide zone. Got a pretty good stun there. Player will be out for a turn and then loses 3 MA in the next turn. Hackflem just dodging for days. 2 good dodges to move toward the ball. Tries to pick the ball up with Skullomania. Skellamania now in possession of the ball. And the ball on the opposing 8 over in the left wide zone. Two dodges by Vega. You know what? I believe it. I believe it. Vega yo ball. I believe it. Can anyone reach for the blitz? I don't think so. He can tag him. He can mark him. Yeah, he's going to make that harder here with Dan. Turn 14 for Nevva. They're going to have to get somebody on this ball carrier. I mean, he can conceivably blitz and let you down, but I don't think that's happening. I guess if he really wants to get risky, he can get somebody in here. Maybe make you cry. Boy, what a risk. Don't think he needs to, though. He's going to have run around back as a safety. Skellamania can't get into the end zone this turn. Oh, I thought for sure he would rush. Oh, all right. One rush, 2 rushes to mark the ball carrier. There you go. I was like, if you don't rush, what are you just like waving him like bon voyage? Just came to see you off. End zone. See you later. Got through the really stupid. Did the important stuff. Now he's trying to figure out what to do with the rest of his plays. Still has his blitz. He's going to take the 2-die block on Mike Hagar and get the knockdown. Follows up to let you down free. Is he going to try this with Make You Cry? Might just go after a hack phlegm. Hackflin, he's going for the blitz. Took the blitz on Balthasar. He's going to move Teleline to position. Going to try to put himself in a better position here to take out Skellamania on the upcoming turn. Penultimate turn for ST now. They have 1 reroll. Hackflem with that easy 2+ dodge moves down to the 22. Two-die blitz and gotta make you understand. Gets the knockdown here. Repositions the blitzer to mark that number 12 Orc lineman. He'll move Skellamania now. And a handoff to Hackflem. SP Beaver with the emergency rush warning. Thank you for the bits. Good handoff to Hackflem. Fails the dodge back in behind the line of scrimmage. He won't spend his final reroll on that. That'll be a turnover. Turn 15 now for Nevva. Can they shore this up? Takes a mark on Skillomania. Oh, scary stuff, scary stuff. They're coming on the blitz from the top here. That's exactly what he's going to do, but he failed the rush. Has to spend the reroll. 2-die block. This is going to be a dodge push. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the tackle skill. Is he going to try to dodge somebody else out? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Oh, he can't really do it. Maybe he dodges out this lineman to cover this gap here. But not when you roll a skull. That'll be a turnover. Turn 16 for ST. Now. ST takes the lead. Very well played by Ian. I love those cheerleaders. I love them so much. Oh, really well done. One turn to go unless there's a timeout. You know what? You can shout goal. That's fine. Wow, very, very well played. That, I mean, I know we're all in agreement, but boy, that star player is nasty. Hackflem is nasty. ST with just 7 players on the pitch. With 1 turn left, Nevva's not going to be able to score unless they get a... well, they don't have a Skaven player, right? Oh, they're orcs. Of course they don't. They're not going to be able to score unless they get a timeout. Very well played game by both coaches here. Nevva looking to set up to get some extra SPP before the close of the game. Also wants to be sure he can score if at all possible. You can see, oh, I guess he can score. I guess actually he can score because he's got the goblin. But as I was saying, he's going to set up to try to score if at all possible. And I stand corrected. I've corrected myself. It is possible. Even without the timeout. Let's see what happens. All right, brilliant coaching. Doesn't get a reroll. Really wanted that reroll. Nobody gets it. Final turn of the game. On the touchback. Got it in the hands of the goblin. Will he take the blocks first without a reroll is the question. So he can do a short pass with the troll. So that will go here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 rush to score. It was a touchback, so he put it in the hands of the goblin. He is going to take the blocks first. So we got a pal here on Hackflem. Breaks armor. Got a removal out of it. SP Beaver, thank you for the bits of the emergency rust warning. Boy, I'm getting really antsy with these blocks. He doesn't have a reroll. I'm getting very scared. I mean, it's good. I'm glad he's doing it. But me personally, I'd be terrified. Gets the 3-die block out of this on Balthasar. He'll get the knockdown. All right, nothing left to do unless he... No, he won't foul. He's going to try to throw this Goblin now. Gets through the really stupid roll. Doesn't eat the Goblin. Didn't get the Goblin far enough down pitch. One space away to score. Oh, almost happened. Almost happened. He even rushed with the Goblin, showing off there. It was close. It was close. Good effort there. Man, what a game that was. The GG foul. Doesn't get anything out of it. What a great game by both coaches. Very, very well done. Oh boy, that would have been hype if he got that throw teammate score just one space away. Got through the really stupid roll, got through the always hungry roll. Always hungry, if you're unfamiliar, if he rolls a 1 on the always hungry, and then he'll roll a d6 again. If he gets another 1, he'll just eat the Goblin. And then did the pass. The Goblin landed on his feet, but was just one space away. Obviously, there's a bug, a regression here where we don't see the results. But ST is gonna take this one and advance into first place. The first place team we have in Division A. I'm annoyed at that regression because I can't see the stats in the SPP and stuff, but I'm sure Cyanide will fix it. 1-0-0 now. Street Fighters Turbo Max in first place in Division A. Congratulations to Ian. Both coaches playing a very, very good game. But coming up in about 25 minutes, we're going to have Rodentia versus Elphitis Australis, Spire versus newcomer Eric, Skaven versus Wood Elves, the first Wood Elf team in Blood Bowl 3. We're not going to cut the stream off since we're in about 20 seconds coming up on the time where the stream would just begin for the new game anyway. Pre-game is going to start at 9:20 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, so we'll just keep the stream going. We'll just reset it back to starting soon. We'll have the 15-minute countdown, and then we'll get this second game underway. Again, really well played by both coaches. That was a fun game. This one coming up is going to be a fun game as well. I hate the screen. But yeah, don't go anywhere. We'll see you back here in about 15 minutes for the second game in our double header.